All right, a Wyandotte woman is now charged with murder of her newborn. Police say that she gave birth to her baby at work in a bathroom stall and then put the baby's, the newborn, in a plastic bag in a drawer. The case brings the issue of infant mortality to light here in Michigan. Infant mortality rate is higher here than in the national average. Here to talk about the problems are University of Detroit Mercy nursing students Caitlyn Gauthier and Marcus Smith. I hope I didn't...
No, that's fine. You did great.
Right, thanks. First of all, infant mortality. I guess it's a little bit hard to talk about necessarily. What's the cause of infant mortality, Caitlyn? Go ahead, Marcus, go ahead.
Well, first of all, infant mortality is the number of infants who die before their first birthday, and it's measured per 1,000 births. And some of the causes are lack of prenatal care, low birth weight, early gestational age, and conditions like diabetes and obesity, which affect the mother.
It would seem to me, at least low birth weight, that should be easy to find and treat.
You would think, but what we found is that there's a health disparity between Caucasians and African Americans in the city of Detroit, and we found that that was related to the access of health care and education. So that's what we found would be the biggest disparity between the two high numbers of infant mortality.
So am I understanding then that people in Detroit do not go to the doctor while they're pregnant, whereas people in the suburbs do, and that cuts down the rate? Marcus?
Yes, and unfortunately some people don't have access to care. So infant mortality measures access and quality of care, and that contributes to the infant mortality rate. So
is it easily prevented though if you go and get some prenatal checkups?
Some issues can be caused by things like congenital malformations, which may be genetic. However, there are ways to prevent infant mortality, like safe sleep guidelines, which are put out by the American Academy of Pediatrics. Following those can decrease the risk.
And also with infants and those of 7-8 months, little babies try to get into and they put everything in their mouth. So one of the biggest things that we tried to focus on was poison control and trying to get that number out to families.
So infant, again, the definition would die before the first birthday.
Yeah.
So there's preventative care before the baby is born,
and then
postnatal care.
Making sure you follow up well child visits with the pediatrician, getting immunizations. There's actually no research to support the idea that autism is related to vaccinations, so immunizations are important as well.
That's controversial though, isn't it? Very controversial. I don't know if you guys are studying that in your ethics classes.
Based on science, it's not controversial.
Oh, I see. What about breastfeeding? I know there's a bill in Lansing to regulate breastfeeding. Does breastfeeding cut down on the risk of infant mortality?
Yes, it can. It definitely can. So we try to advocate to use breastfeeding for all mothers for their young infants.
Research shows that breastfeeding decreases the risk for sudden infant death syndrome as well, which is another issue that affects infant mortality.
Which one is that?
Sudden infant death syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
Is when an infant dies unexpectedly. It's usually related to crib safety, which is why it's important to follow the American Academy of Pediatrics guidelines.
Tell us, people in Detroit, because the numbers it's almost double. We mentioned earlier, African Americans, double than white people. And what do you tell a large population that are listening here that are African American?
I guess our biggest recommendation would be to keep up on your health care. Make sure you're going to see the doctor before you have your child, and then even after, be sure to ask those questions, those hard questions. What immunizations do I need? What kinds of safety things should I follow? And then that should help to decrease infant mortality. When we did our presentation, we focused highly on the use of car seats, healthy pregnancy, immunizations, safety in terms of baby gates for stairs, electrical, things like that. So.
You guys started this because of a project in nursing school?
Yes, we did.
So what'd you get? Did you get an A on it? I mean, how you doing?
Yes, we did.
You did? How about that? All right, listen, it's a very good topic, hard to talk about, but obviously information that people do need to know. Again, before the birth of the baby and then postnatal care.
Yes.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And you're working at the DMC, Marcus, and Caitlyn, you're working at Beaumont.
Yes.
In Royal Oak. Good for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.